You're watching Longshot TV, presented by B&W Trailer Hitches, the last trailer hitch you'll ever need. Coming up this week on Longshot TV. The crew is having a great season so far, and today they are heading out in search of a hard-fighting fish, the greater Amberjack.
Adam kind of ran up on them pretty fast, and I threw the net. We managed to get a handful, so we're getting ready to get fishing.
This is what we came out for.
I got him right the daggone bait.
Boom! Yeah! Now that's what I'm talking about right there. Got him on, got him on! Go, turn it! That's a nice bull, get him. Nice fish, man. I ain't kidding you. Boys better hurry. Hey, wind it up, wind it up, wind it up, wind it up, wind it up. Man, look at that fish there.
The Longshot crew does it again.
Is that a fish or what?
It's been an extremely windy summer, and we hadn't had a chance to go fishing offshore that much. So we finally got a break in the wind. I get a hold of Chris and Adam. We decide to pack the Longshot up with all the supplies and fishing gear and head offshore to try to catch some greater Amberjack.
Finally got Wade to call me back. He's kind of tough to tie down with his commercial fishing operation going on full steam ahead in the summer. We got a break in the weather. He said this will be a great day to go.
The ocean's really pretty today. We got birds working on both sides. We've been pretty lucky all year finding the bait, and you know the bait's the most important part of the trip.
Yeah, last trip we just run around the south side of the jetty and come up on a bait ball real fast, but today you said you want to try to head north, a few less boats, so hopefully we'll get lucky and come across some pretty quick.
Hadn't heard of a lot of bait being caught, so the way the seas were looking in the afternoon, it was supposed to get up, so I made a call, let's head up to the east, catch bait. We'll fish it that way. When we decide to come home, we'll catch the seas on the stern, which will make for a smoother ride. It seemed like a couple miles went by, and I thought we'd already had bait by now. Nothing, no birds, hardly working. Just, it was like a dead ocean. So we finally spot a few pelicans and run up on them. And the time we get up on them, the bait, I'm like, you know, where's the bait at? No bait.
It was looking like it was going to be a beautiful day, except for one thing, we couldn't catch any bait.
All of a sudden, Adam's driving the boat, I got the net, and I'm like, when we run up on this bird, I'm gonna be ready to throw the net. Just get the boat up on plane and run up on this bird as fast as you can. When you see him dive, I'm gonna throw the net. We're gonna make this happen. We do that, it seems like a half a dozen times, and miss someone, don't see the bait flickering or nothing. I'm gonna try to visually pinpoint it and just run straight to it pretty quick. And I'll throw, and that's the only way we can catch it.
Right there.
Hard to your right, Adam.
We don't give up, we got them. It here. It just goes to show, you know, we could have ran all over the ocean but we stayed here. We sat right here. The birds were here. The bait was just down deep. There was no sense keep running around up and down the beach chasing this bait around. It was just a matter of hanging out here, waiting for it to surface, seeing it flip, throw the net on it. After probably about an hour and a half, it was a struggle for me, Chris, and Adam today. The pelicans weren't diving, they were just sitting on the water. Saw a few birds working up real high, a couple diving, and we slipped up here on them. Adam kind of ran up on them pretty fast, and I threw the net, we managed to get a handful, so we're getting ready to go fishing and turn them into some big old amberjacks.
To keep up with all the fishing action, check us out on the web. Longshot TV is being presented by B&W Trailer Hitches, the last trailer hitch you'll ever need. And by Yellowfin, build your legacy. Voyager Deep Sea Fishing and Dolphin Cruises, the finest fleet in the Myrtle Beach area. Retreat Myrtle Beach, full-service sales and vacation rental company. Call and ask about the Longshot TV discount. And by JL Audio, the world's finest speakers found in the world's finest boats. After searching for bait for over an hour, the crew was coming up empty, but their perseverance paid off, and now the guys are ready to get the lines in the water and reel in some big amberjacks.
Right there, important to get him in the water fast. About this one motor and gear right there. We just arrived to the fishing grounds. We're about 25 miles offshore, and we're getting ready to get some pogies rigged up and hopefully have some action here pretty soon. We're fishing over actually a wreck. We're in about 70 feet of water, so when we hook these big jacks, it's pretty important to put a little bit of heat on them to kind of get them off the wreck. If not, these fish are very strong and they're going to pull us right down into the wreck and bust us off. Got him on. Come here. Crank it up. Yep. Get it up. Got him on. Here you go. Take that butt right to the bow. Take it to the bow. Okay, wind on it. I'm heading to it. All right, we got color. Take your time with him. Can't see what we got there. That's king mackerel. Keep it right in the water. Keep it right in the water. Kingfish. It wasn't too long. He had him up beside the boat, and I hit him with the gaff. He had a nice legal-sized kingfish, really good to eat, so we put him in the box.
Had this king mackerel hook up pretty quick. They fought a little bit, but got them right to the boat, way gaffed them, and we're here amberjack fishing, so we're gonna get the rigs back out and hopefully get on some amberjack, but this one here is gonna be good smoked up, and we'll eat him later on this week for sure. King mackerel.
This is definitely a good start to the day here on the Longshot. So we're still trolling around the outskirts of the wreck, got all the lines back out, and it wasn't just a few minutes, another one went off. And this one was pulling a little harder, but wasn't making the long runs on top of the water. It was digging down a little deeper. Had a feeling in it definitely wasn't a king mackerel, and usually that's a jack when he feels a little bit of drag off and keeps going down deep like that. So Chris jumped on the rod and he put it on him pretty hard. And
well, after getting out there, Wade actually had brought in some new reels that we weren't really familiar with, but they were actually spinning reels that we used for this offshore fishing trip, and exciting to use. They were very easy to use because you could actually pull a lot harder on them, and so that was one of the highlights of the trip, because most of the time when you're using the old bait casting rods, it's kind of tough to get these big fish in, and with these new spinning rods that Wade brought on board, It was just an exciting time, and it was a lot more enjoyable to catch these big fish with these spinning rods.
It wasn't a big enough jack to keep. It was a smaller one, but this is definitely a good sign. Less than a few minutes, 10 minutes into the trip, we've already hooked 2 fish.
Super nice little fish. He's not as big as the ones. We're going to keep a couple of these, so we're going to actually get him back into the water and get him back in. But this is what we came out for. These greater amberjacks. This one's about maybe 15 to 20 pounds. Let's get him back in the water, and so maybe he can grow up. It'll be another day.
We're all 3 taking turns, you know, each gaffing the fish, running the camera, running the boat. We all 3 got our hands full. We just kind of rotate. So I'm up to bat next as the rod goes off. About that time, rod goes off again.
There he is. There he is.
Guys, feel like we got a nice Amberjack hooked up right here on this light tackle. A lot of fun. I missed him twice and he came back. Got another pokey, rigged it real fast, pitched it to him and he took it.
That good? Perfect.
To keep up with all the fishing action, check us out on the web. You're watching Longshot TV, brought to you by Simrad. Go with confidence. Before the break on Longshot TV.
I'm just making little tight circles right on top of the wreck, and the rod goes peeling off.
This is what we came out for. These greater amberjacks.
We're all 3 taking turns, you know, each gaffing the fish, running the camera, running the boat. We all 3 got our hands full. We just kind of rotate.
Guys, feel like we got a nice Amberjack hooked up right here on this light tackle.
That good?
Perfect.
Come on, man.
Nice Amberjack right here on the Longshot. This is what we came after today. These ain't the biggest ones. Hopefully we'll get some bigger ones a little bit later on. This is probably 15-pound jack, but they're a lot of fun to catch, put up a good fight. And I know there's some big ones here, so we're gonna release him and hopefully get back on some more.
So we already got 3 fish to the boat, 2 jacks and 1 king. This is a great day. I look up and this boat's working its way off the wreck like it's coming up beside me, and I recognize the guy from the dock where we tie up at, and he's asked if we do anything. I told him we caught a few fish, and he said he's leaving. It's been dead here all day, and he had a charter, and so I just said, well, we caught a few. Won't want to lie to the guy, but I said, we're catching a few. They're biting a little bit. He's like, we're going to roll on to another wreck. There ain't much going on here. I'm like, okay, you know, good luck to you guys. Hope you catch them. But in the back of my head, I just knew the guy didn't have the right bait where he was fishing at. I knew we had a live well full of pogies, and you couldn't ask for a better bait here for these big fish on this wreck.
Adam says he's going to town, Drew.
These Amberjacks will run on you. They're fighters. I hope you don't get back in that wreck. Oh yeah, I see a couple more behind me.
teach Adam how to break dance.
Third Amberjack of the day. I think this one's gonna be a keeper. They gotta be over 36 inches. Going in the box. Woo.
Get it right now. Yeah. Bang it in. Yeah. He's on it.
Usually when we get one or two on, we'll clear the other lines where we don't have tangles and building bird nests and stuff. So Chris is fighting this fish up on the bow, and then as I see these other jacks schooled up behind the boat, I rig another bait up and pitch it over the jacks off the back of the boat, hoping to see the bait hit the water and go after it. And it wasn't just a couple seconds that rod went screaming off, and I said, God, that was fast. Chris's jack kind of got the best of him, took him down to the wreck and cut him off. So I was fighting this fish and thought it was a jack at first, but the closer it got to the boat, I could see down the water, you know, 30 or 40 feet, and it had a lot of shine to it. It was like a little tuna, but we got him up beside the boat, and it actually was a bonita. Really no good to eat in my book, but we put him in the boat, and we're gonna save him for some bait later. They make great bait, whether you're shark fishing or if you're trolling offshore, you can cut the belly strips out of them. They make great bait.
To keep up with all the fishing action, check us out on the web. Longshot TV is being presented by B&W Trailer Hitches, the last trailer hitch you'll ever need. And by Yellowfin, build your legacy. Voyager Deep Sea Fishing and Dolphin Cruises, the finest fleet in the Myrtle Beach area. Retreat Myrtle Beach, full-service sales and vacation rental company. Call and ask about the Longshot TV discount. And by JL Audio, the world's finest speakers found in the world's finest boats. Before the break on Longshot TV.
Perfect.
Trying to teach Adam how to break dance.
Third Amberjack of the day.
Huh?
Hey, behind the boat, behind the boat, behind the boat. Look at this, look at this, look at this. Got him on. Here you go, Chris. Here you go, take it.
Wow. That old faithful on, I believe.
I got color right here, hold on.
Oh yeah, there they are.
Well, Chris just boated another nice amberjack. We're having an awesome day out here. Caught a lot of fish. You couldn't ask for a better day. Sea conditions are perfect. A little bit of chop on the water, which helps camouflage the baits a little bit. And Chris, you got a really nice jack, but I still think mine's a little bigger.
I think so too. So let's let this one back in. Maybe be a little bit bigger one.
Trolling back up on top of the wreck here. And these amberjacks are definitely starting to get in a feeding frenzy. We got them definitely fired up, pitching all these live baits out, and they're schooling up right behind the boat, pretty thick. You know, there he goes, boom!
Yeah, boom.
That's all it takes. When you throw a couple pokies over, Chris, they'll swim right up to the bait on the rod, walk right up beside it. Hey, here they come. Check him out, check him out.
Yeah.
Oh man, I got him, I got him. Got him. Here, Adam, swing it right here. I got him right to the daggone bait.
Walk downside. We got a school of amberjack to the boat. We got this one on board. Wade hooked up to another one right before I got this one on. He had to help me out, so that one's peeling drag off. I think Wade's got it set back a little bit, but we're about to reel him in.
We actually videoed this one taking the bait.
Wow. This last one that I got a hold of, I mean, he took everything that I could possibly have to get him up to the top of the boat. Probably fought him for a good 15 to 20 minutes.
Put some pressure on your rod. That's what we're after right there. That's the big one.
This fish was probably 55 to 60 pounds. What an incredible fish.
That's amberjack, guys. That's what we're after.
Wow. We actually filmed this one taking the bait.
I thought Chris was messing me about the big one. I've been giving him a hard time. I caught the big one today, and Chris has been catching a bunch of little ones, but he's definitely got me beat here, so this is your fish, and I'm gonna let you hold him.
Well, Gil, he is a big one. Check him out, guys. Big amberjack.
Another one bites the dust.